call yourself a man.
Oh, I'm a man, I wear flip-flops.
Really? What can you do when you wear those flip-flops? How fast will you run when someone grabs your daughter? When someone grabs your son? When someone grabs your wife wearing those flip-flops? You're not going to run very far at all. You can't run very far at all. You've foregone all physical training. Man, you're too busy watching TV and sports. Man, you have to wear your special shirt with some other man's name on it. Man, what type of weakling are you that you don't even wear your own name? The name of your own clan, the name of your own ancestors who struggled and suffered to put you on this earth, and you wear someone else's name across your back like you are their property, like you are branded an animal in the field, owned by this sports star. Man, we look at all these problems that we discuss here on Bad Machine week after week, and we can point to certain professions, and we can point to certain ideologies, and we can point to certain people, and we can point to certain genders, but now we are pointing at you, man. Your fathers and great-grandfathers shook the world with the wars that they fought. Their great-grandfathers shook the world as they declared liberty in a world where none had existed. Their great-grandfathers sailed across oceans that had been uncharted for hundreds of years. Their grandfathers before them fought in great wars that they rode horses to for months upon months to fight an enemy that many never returned. But the fact that you are here means they did return. They survived those battles. They survived those deprivations. They survived the cold. They survived the rain. They survived the fires. And they survived the wars. So you could be a sloppy, unkempt, unshaven, feminized, waddling slob in a pair of flip-flops at the mall. You, man, are a disgrace. Shut up. You have nothing to say. You've sat on your thumbs for the last 40 years, man, while the world has shaken itself apart. It has been your job, man, to fix this world. Maybe you don't realize it, man, but the machines are yours. The concrete streets are yours. The steel girders are yours. The aeroplane wings are yours. The engines and the motors are yours. The trains and the planes and the automobiles are yours. The skateboards and the soapbox racers are yours. Reclaim them as yours. Put down the little device and stop looking at things that mean nothing. Stop chasing electronic signals that mean nothing. Look in the mirror. That is what you should chase. Chase away the fat that is there. Chase away the laziness that is there. Chase away the weakness from your body. Yes, it will hurt. It will hurt every day. Every day. What will I not do to do something hard? That is the decision you will make every day, man. What shall I take away from my child, that my child shall learn a valuable lesson? That is your decision every day, man. She cannot make that decision. She does not have that capability. This is your job, man. You have forgone all your decisions. You have allowed others to make those decisions for you because you wanted things to be easy for you, man. You let her have her way so you could have her. You let them have their say so you could have a share of their money. You let the group behave the way it does because you're afraid to be the person to stand up and say no. You don't turn off the television because you don't want to hear anyone cry and whine rather than explain the reason why you did what you did, man. You don't seem to want to do any of these things that are required for men to be men, man. It's time that you do them. Put down the soy products. Put down your little cell phone. Put down the Pokemon. Put down the television remote. Put down the football jersey and the basketball jersey and the baseball jersey. And turn off the professional sports that lull you into being just another child on the sidelines, watching the men fix the car engines that you know nothing about. You are not a participant. You are nothing more than chattel, wearing the names of those who you willingly kneel to.
This is my favorite team. He's the best sports player in the whole world. He's a fast Olympian. He can shoot a basketball from all the way over here.
So fucking what? What can you do? No, I don't want to hear how fast your car drives. That's a machine. You didn't even build that machine. I could buy a machine just like it, and so can the fat girl down the block, and she could drive just as fast, if not faster than you. So what are you, fella? Are you a man in your machine line car? You're not. I teach you this, Overman, because man needs to be overcome. But we have to go back to basics, because some of you are walking back to being boy rather than man. Talk about a laughingstock or a painful embarrassment. That's what you are now, man. A laughingstock, a painful embarrassment. Homer Simpson with an oversized t-shirt to hide your big, slovenly belly. You're the buffoon, a cartoon character, something easily mocked, something easily aped. What will you do, oh man? Will you be mad? Will you not listen to me next week? Of course you will. You need to hear what I have to say. You know it. You know everything is true. If anything, you're mad that when you look in the mirror, you see a fat, yellow ape named Homer instead of a Superman looking back at you. There's no one to blame but you. Put down the remote. Put down the donut. Throw away the excuses. Stop being feminized. Learn again, man, what it means to be a man. Strength, commitment, intelligence, sacrifice, leadership, determination. These are the things you need to be a man in a world that tries to take these things away from you, that has trained you to shun these things and shirk these responsibilities. No, it is time for you to grasp your destiny. You are not to go backwards. You are not to be a slave in a Roman Colosseum, entertained by games and fattened by loaves of bread. You are meant to be a conqueror. You are meant to be a lion. You are meant to be a wolf. You are meant to be the Overman who looks back at the weak and continues forward without them. I teach you, the Overman. Man is something that shall be overcome. What have you done to overcome him? Bad machine. Myths of the Machine is brought to you by our sponsor, Mighty Man Limited. Be a master of the universe when you wear Mighty Man Limited athletic and sportswear, custom-designed athletic compression gear for male and female athletes, compression shirts, sports bras, yoga pants, hoodies, and more. Available only at mightyman.logosoftware.com. Be mighty. Since the time when men gathered around campfires and told tales of the warriors who challenged the monsters that gather in the dark. The mighty men who fought alongside the gods, some rising to victory, others falling to the abyss. These are the heroes who became the myths of the machine. Jaime Olivo ran behind the man wearing the black body armor and the helmet mask. They ran across Broadway in the pouring September rain, leaving the scene of the recent carnage behind them. Jaime didn't know the mystery man, but being that he had just engaged 12 armed men in hand-to-hand combat and came out as the sole victor, saving his life in the process, Jaime felt it was safe enough and probably a wise decision to follow his lead. "Move faster!"
shouted the helmeted man. "We don't have much time to reach cover." Jaime was so much fatigued from his recent mad dash down Tunnel Street and the blow to the head from one of his pursuers that he had received only moments ago. As much as he would have liked to have run faster, he could not. Fortunately, the black costume man didn't lead him far, only 1.5 blocks from where Jaime exited the train tunnel into the armed ambush that awaited him. The side street off Broadway led to the Bennett Avenue train station that Jaime Olivo had hoped to reach before running headlong into the man trap. Instead of entering the train station, the man in the black armor stopped and placed his back against the wet granite rock-faced cliff to the side of the A train's entrance. He reached with a black-gloved hand and grabbed Jaime by the upper arm and pulled him into a position against the wet rock right next to him. Again, the hushing finger was raised to the armored face, indicating he wanted Jaime to remain silent. The man reached into a belt pocket and produced a small device that looked like a television remote. He pressed a series of numbered buttons and beckoned Jaime to follow him into the train station. As the old wooden doors closed behind him, Jaime could see the red and white strobe lights of several NYPD police cruisers and another black truck van pulling to where they stood just moments before on Broadway. "Come on!" demanded the man, who had now stopped at a recessed cubicle in the tiled train station. He was beginning to remind Jaime of somebody he knew with all the commands, move fast, and no-talk style of action. The recess had a door at its deep end with an employees-only sign which had probably been riveted to the same spot since before World War II. The mystery man's gloves punched a number combination into the circular 3D keyed lock. A soft click responded in the inner workings of the lock mechanism, and the door swung open. The gloved hand grabbed Jaime once again and pulled him into a room forcefully, but without any intention to harm him. The mystery man closed the door firmly behind them with his other hand, his amazing glass shield on the arm just below his armored glove. The lock clicked, securing the portal, just as the old fluorescent strip bulbs lit the green and gray painted room. Jaime Olivo stood in a train worker's locker room. 3 short bench rows were drilled to the gray concrete floor in front of 3 similarly painted metal lockers. In the center of the room stood a round stainless steel sink with a large water column in the middle. The sink was covered with oxidation and spider's webs. It had not been used in quite some time. Jaime watched the man in black open and extract several bags from different lockers, which also looked like they had not been accessed in a period of time. Jaime spoke to the man. "Listen, I want to thank you for saving me back there." The man said nothing. He continued to go about his business, quickly and silently. After he pulled several bags from the lockers and tied them together, he stood in front of a large sink that was in the center of the room. Jaime spoke, while he casually pretended to check the time on his Nobletech, again fingering the alert button to Katie and Archie. "That was great what you did. I mean, the fighting, you really kicked ass. But who did you say you were? And who are those guys again?" The mystery man just looked at Jaime, saying nothing. He turned the hot and cold water spigots in the sink. He walked to the wall and placed a gloved hand on one of the stainless steel paper towel dispensers, which also looked unused for many years. A green neon band of light lit around the paper dispenser, and the unit sunk into the wall with a soft hissing sound. The aged yellow fluorescent lights in the locker room dimmed, and they were replaced with a red glow that seemed to emanate from all of the wall moldings. Much to Jaime's surprise, the steel sink in the center of the room collapsed into the floor, exposing a spiral metal staircase that sank deeper into the train station's workings. The mystery man stepped down one step and turned back to Jaime. "That's not going to work in here. They probably blocked your comms anyway, no matter where you are. If you want to reach your friends, you'll need to come with me." And with that, the mystery man in black proceeded down the metal stairs into the depths of the uptown train station. Jaime stood there dumbfounded at the series of events that had taken place already this evening. Stan's death, the flash drive, the gunman on the roof, the ambush, the armed mystery man, and now a secret subway tunnel under the A train. "Let's go! The hatch closes in 20 seconds. Your friends will find you on their scanners 80 seconds after that," said the man, his voice trailing deeper from the spiral stairway. Jaime wasn't stupid. If this guy wanted him dead, he would have just left him to the men with the guns. His brains would be running down Broadway into a storm drain right now, were that the case. So Jaime carefully made his way down the metal stairs into the guts of the Bennett Street station. "What do you know about my friends?" Jaime asked the mystery man. The mystery man continued down the metal stairs silently. When both he and Jaime had reached the bottom level to what appeared to be another dead end of steam pipes valves and wired junction